Hello everyone, my name is Sarafi and I'm happy to meet you all, and today we're doing an update on sharks. So, we have heard that the Nash event will have two cards that are being dropped. One of these is Abyss Shark, and the other is CXyz Barian Hope. CXyz Barian Hope was referenced in the skill leak, so it was pretty obvious that it was going to come, but now we have confirmation. And then Abyss Shark was a guess based on the restrictions of the skill, but I was correct, so I'm happy to hear that. And now we need to discuss what the point of Barian Hope is. So I've gone over all the combos that you're going to potentially do with Abyss Shark and Crystal Shark, assuming that we get Nash Knight and CXyz Nash Knight and Valiant Shark Lancer, which has not been confirmed yet. But where does CXyz Barian Hope fit into this? You have a huge extra deck of all the Barian numbers, and you could potentially try and make any one of them to make your Barian Hope and use its effect to copy a monster from the graveyard. For those of you that don't know what this card does, it's a rank 7 warrior monster that requires 3 or more level 7s. You can also exceed summon this card by using one monster you control with number Chaos 101 through number Chaos 107 in its name as material. Exceeds material attached to that monster becomes a material on this card. This card gains 4,000 attack for each material attached to it. You can target one number monster in your graveyard until your opponent's next end phase. This card's name becomes that monster's name and replace this effect with that monster's original effects. You can only use this effect of CXyz Barian Hope once per turn. So, it's pretty difficult to actually make this work. Yes, you can rank up into a CXyz number with CXyz Nash Knight, but for the most part, the CXyz numbers require that they are made with the lower card in order for them to get any good effects. And so just ranking up from Nash Knight into CXyz Nash Knight and then going directly into Barian Hope will not get you the monster effect. In particular, what you could do is you could use Nash Knight, detach 2 materials to attach like number 104 from your extra deck to Nash Knight, then rank up into CXyz Nash Knight, and then go into number 100, Chaos number 104. You could do that, and then you would have a monster negate because Chaos number 104 would have number 104 as material thanks to Nash Knight's effect, and then you could just attach a material to negate a monster effect, rip a card out of your opponent's hand, and cut their life points in half. That's an idea, but nowhere in that situation do you actually make CXyz Barian Hope. CXyz Barian Hope could overlay on top of the Chaos number 104, but you don't have any monsters in your graveyard that you could target with CXyz Barian Hope to use its effect. That's the thing that you have to understand. Barian Hope seems like it would be a really interesting card to copy a bunch of effects, but those monsters have to be in the graveyard, and there's no way for you to easily get them in the graveyard. The skill doesn't do it for you. There's no cards that do it for you. It's just rough. So, what is the purpose of Barian Hope? In particular, one of the big problems is Barian Hope is a light monster. And since we are being forced by the skill to play 3 copies of Abyss Shark can only use its effect if all monsters you control are water, and if you use the effect, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except water monsters. So you are locking yourself out of not only Barian Hope, but all of the number monsters over 100 except for Ragnafinity and Silent Honor Dark. So these cards really seem to clash together. There doesn't seem to be any real synergy, and it's part of the reason why Barian Hope doesn't see any play. It's also part of the reason why Abyss Shark doesn't see that much play. Even in my Shark deck, I play like Abyss Shark as a 2-of, so I can search it occasionally if I need it, but I avoid Abyss Shark as much as possible because I don't want to waterlock myself. There are a lot of monsters that I want to summon that are not water monsters, in particular number F0 Utopic Draco Future. And Barian Hope would be another example of a card that I would potentially want to summon in Duel Links that is not a water monster. But I'm being forced to play 3 copies of Abyss Shark in order to pay the cost of the skill. Doesn't make any sense. Moving on. How do we use this card? I'll show you. So, the value of CXyz Barian Hope does not come from its effects. It does not come from its ability to copy monsters. It does not come from its ability to overlay, anything like that. What Barian Hope is for is a beat stick. When you go second, you can activate your skill. And your skill will allow you to place on from outside your deck on top of your deck Rank Up Magic, the 7th one. You draw that card, and its effect is, to activate this card, you must draw it for your normal draw in your draw phase. Reveal it, and keep it revealed until the start of your main phase 1. At the start of your main phase 1 that same turn, so this must be the first action you take in your main phase 1. You can special summon from your extra deck or graveyard one number monster that has a number between 101 and 107 in its name, except a number C monster. Then special summon from your extra deck one number C monster with the same number in its name as the first monster by using that monster's material. The second special summon is treated as an CXyz summon. Transfer its materials to the summon monster. You can only apply this effect once per duel. So, we activate Rank Up Magic, the 7th one. And from our extra deck, we special summon number 101, Silent Honor Arc. Then we overlay it, and we CXyz summon into number Chaos 101, Silent Honor Dark. Silent Honor Dark has 1 material at this point, and its effect is, once per turn you can target one special summon monster your opponent controls, attach it to this card as material. When this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard while it has material, you can special summon this card from your graveyard, then gain life points equal to the original attack of this card. So you activate its effect, and you take one of your opponent's monsters, which gives it another material. And then you can overlay that monster into the Chaos CXyz Barian Hope. And now you have a monster with 3,000 attack points. So that's it. That's literally all Barian Hope is for. It doesn't even get you to the 4,000 goal, but at the very least, with your skill alone, you are able to not only suck up one of your opponent's monsters, but also put 3,000 attack on the board so that you can try and then finish your opponent off with your other cards. Barian Hope is a threat. It does, potentially cause your opponents to be concerned about how they're going to survive, but now you have a light monster on the field, so you can't use your Abyss Shark. This is what the card does. You have to play the card in order for you to use the skill, so it is going to be in your extra deck. If you are wondering what you can do with it, this is what you do with it. 3k to the face after you've already sucked up one of your opponent's monsters for free. Is it good? It's passable. Anyway, if you appreciate this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Sarafi, and I was thrilled to have all of you with me.